Welcome back to another episode of the Rough Freaks podcast, episode 99.
Phew,
The big 99.
Getting close.
And if you're listening, you're probably thinking, that's not Will again. It's not.
It's not.
It's the super sub that can do it all.
Hasn't been Will for a while.
He, to his credit, we won't get into it, but his animal is sick. He's a marine animal, and we'll leave it at that. And he's been busy. So he's back for episode 100, he said.
Yeah, he's got to be. I mean,
yeah.
As fun as this is for me, it's got to be the original. It's got to be the original.
Yeah, we've got to do something. So VJ's back for this week, and we're glad to have him because it's an all Sharks podcast, and I think it's fitting for this week, obviously. How was your weekend?
Yeah, I mean, good. I mean, as we talk about with the Sharks, I had a friend's birthday thing / hens even. Like, they did the hen stuff during the day, then we...
The old duel.
Yeah, then a couple of us joined, like the boys joined.
Yeah, at the end of the night.
Yeah. So I missed some of the Sharks game, but it was on my phone during dinner.
It was a cracking first half.
Great game. One-sided in the end, really.
Oh, mate. It was all Raiders first half with 4 minutes of Sharks brilliance.
So had that, and then Sunday, had my own final, which I was talking about last week on the pod. Go? Yeah, we lost. Is what it is.
I didn't want to ask on Sunday because you didn't like lead with the.
Yeah, I just didn't come up. I wasn't like trying to avoid it or anything. I was like, I don't realize I was walking out of the game. It's like, damn, I forgot to mention the game.
No way. Okay, you want to self-admittedly? I looked it up.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to bring it up.
Yeah, no. It's not because it was one of those games. Like, I'm not too upset or bitter about it because we gave it a good fight.
Yeah.
And it wasn't one of those ones where I was hurting more last year where we would should have won the game.
Yeah.
And like this time, could never really say we were on top.
Yeah.
We probably should have scored more runs than we did. They only, you can't see this from the scorecard, only had 6 players.
Oh wow.
Damn. But a good 6 players, and having those less players meant that they, because they can bring the guys who scored 50 quicker.
Yeah, back on.
So they end up having probably a better batting lineup.
Of course, that's how.
But where we should have scored, we only scored 145. The bowling was good.
How's it go,
but
6 players?
As in with...
You need 7?
Oh, you can still play
you can
with
do 6. Okay,
but it's just... They had one quick guy covering most of the leg side, pretty much the whole leg side.
Yeah.
We didn't have that much urgency in the twos, the guys up there, because we have good 6 hitters, but they didn't really run that hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need those fundamental guys in your team.
So we probably could have squeezed an extra 15-ish runs there, and that would have been enough. But I bowled 4 overs for 34. My second 2 were tied at 6 and 5.
Yeah.
Got hit in the second over. For like a 6 and a 4, which messed it up a little bit, but I came back. But it's a decent game. Just
didn't go your way on the
day. So another straight sets knockout for us.
Well, I didn't want to bring it up because you walked 45 minutes from your car to.
Yeah, so I know we watched it. We watched the grand final straight after. So we ordered some Uber Eats into Ashley Brown and just watched the grand final.
Nice. I don't mind. That's cool.
And the team that beat us won.
Yeah.
They ended up getting 2 of their guys come.
No,
so they had even the fuller lineup,
Damn,
and they chased like 160 and 16 overs. So
look,
they were the best team all year.
Cruising.
So fair enough to them. They only came 4th instead of higher in the ladder because of the uniform points and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck.
But yeah, so that was my weekend. A bit of things on, and the NBL, which we'll get to.
You forgot the saviour of your weekend.
The basketball. Yeah. That was.
Went to the basketball.
Yeah. We did. Yeah. So you want to go into that now? Or
let's go into it. Let's go into it.
That was. Honestly, leading up to the week, I forgot because it
was on.
Yeah, because we booked tickets quite way in advance. So I couldn't remember when exactly it was on. And then when it popped up again in the group chat, I was pretty keen.
Yeah.
But I thought. Honestly, when I saw it, we're going, it'd probably be a smallish kind of vibe, small crowd. Yeah. But it was pretty packed.
It was pumping, that first game especially.
Kudos Bank Arena, basically 2 Australian NBL clubs, Sydney Kings and Adelaide 36ers against 2 European ones, the Greek. I'm not saying this wrong. Panathinaikos.
Great.
And Partizan.
Partizan first game
for the first game. The Serbians. And then the Greeks in the second one.
Panathinaikos, or however you pronounce it.
Yeah, both European teams won.
That's what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, they did really well.
We'll like this. You'll like this.
Yeah, we had a bet on the overs.
Yep.
It was looking good. And over, was it 181?
182?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And then it was looked dead, but then they started just hot streaking.
Fourth quarter, Panathinaikos just started hitting. I think they missed 4 shots. I think we counted 4 shots in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Insane.
And then the Sixers just did what they did. They just strung on 15 points. The Kings game was hectic. That first game was mad. It came down to a game-winning shot or game-tying shot, I should say. It was good fun, as you said. My weekend, Comic-Con on the... umpiring on the Saturday. Easy as. Both teams were super likeable. No over-appeals. And if they were, one guy apologised to me, even though he didn't really have to. He barely over-appealed. Gave out 1 LB and the rest did its thing. Caught behind, mostly catches. Yeah. And 2 bolds, I want to say, in that first innings. And just good blokes. Sunday, went to Comic-Con. All the nerds, nerding out. Saw Hectic Fred. Yeah. If you know who Hectic Fred is. He was there at Comic-Con. I don't think he was in Comic-Con, but he was at the front. Zach's now spent like $8,000 on PSA 10s, which is a graded card. Not that many, just kidding, but he's addicted now. Then we went to the basketball. Hectic. Poor VJ had to do a half marathon just to get to the venue.
Because as we'll talk about the footy, I mean, it was at the same time as the Bulldogs Panthers. Yeah. So I had to park in like the archery centre and walk across the oval, which is not
to give context. We literally dropped a friend off in Rod, just near Drummond Golf North Para-ish way. Yeah. Dropped him off. I got home and VJ wrote, "Okay, just got to my car," and without a word of he wasn't lying.
Yeah, I wasn't even out there. I was halfway to the car.
It was hilarious.
I mean, I had to walk a bit slowly because, so this is, if anyone knows the Olympic Park setup, it's like there's a whole parkish area. Yeah. Winding through before you go to Olympic Park. No lights. So kind of it's pitch black. Just trees and stuff. And I'm just walking like I could literally not see. I was trying to reply to a message because when you replied, then my torch went off, and then I just almost walked into a tree. So it's a bit scary. I mean, obviously, Homebush isn't that, like, it's not like a dangerous area, but like you just feel a bit on edge when you can't see anything.
It's dark and you're by yourself.
Yeah, so that was an experience.
Yeah. It was funny.
But that's it's a classic Sydney thing where they schedule events all together. They don't really, the cross coding doesn't talk like even in like NRL finals last year with Swans and Sharks. We have NBL, and the
NBL crossover.
And the NRL at the same time.
Yeah,
someone could have moved that, I reckon.
They could have, but I guess NBL season has already started, so they had to get on with the...
Yeah, as in someone could have moved the timing.
True.
I mean, like 2:00 would have made a good difference.
Yeah, that is true.
Because
I guess Comic-Con, they knew some of the people...
had to spread like some people entering. But anyway, I mean, it all worked out in the end.
We had fun. That was the main thing.
But yeah.
And now we're here. So let's get into the NRL to start because fuck the AFL. And our team's in the fucking second last game. So Raiders... Oh, sorry, I should say Sharks 32 defeat the Raiders 12. Now, I'll carry you through the first half because you sounded like you didn't watch much of the first.
I watched most of the first and then missed most of the second. Because the second we started going, we went to like play darts in the city.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But first, I think in the end, this game 32-12, but it was tighter game than that.
It was way tighter than what the score predicts.
Yeah.
Sharks were under the pump for 35 minutes in that first half. Yeah. For 35 minutes, it was all green machine. And I'm shocked that we only conceded one try. Like the defense was unbelievable, and it wasn't like the Raiders weren't throwing the kitchen sink. Yeah. They were running off the edges. They were trying to run through the middle. They were early kicking. They were trying everything. So I don't want to hear they weren't that good offensively. I think the Sharks just muscled up. And Kennedy and Iro, just a bit of brilliance to end the half, just running the full length of the field. Second half, Sharks just finally grinded their way into the game, and just Nico and Tricky, I've got to say, they took over. Our forwards done what they have done for the last month, but the difference was Tricky, Hines, and Brayley. They just got the boys going forward. And the ref barely played a part, which is a sign of a good footy game, if that really makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought there were a few budget calls both ways, but nothing to cry about either side. Like, the only thing I'll say for the Raiders is it sucks that Paul Strange was ruled out on game day. Does it affect the result? Yes, but looking at the game, I think he impacts it, of course. He's a star player. But I think the Sharks get it done. Obviously, knowing what we know now.
Yeah.
Defensively, we as in the Sharks, were just outstanding.
Yeah.
Like, proper outstanding. Also, that Simi Sasangi is going to be a fucking weapon. I don't know if the Raiders can keep him, but if you're looking for an outside back row or a bigger centre, holy fuck, you'd be licking the lips at
They
him.
got some good talent coming through. I mean, like, yes, they've gone out in straight sets, but, I mean, like, it does look up for the Raiders.
They look like they're going to be a very good side for the next 2 to 3 at least years.
Yeah.
Without fail. Like, lock them in for the top 8.
I will note that 2 weeks on the pod, I was saying the Raiders were. I put a line through them saying it's a soft draw.
I don't think the draw.
Yeah. So
What,
I
you
mean,
calling our team soft?
Look, no, I did put a line through the Raiders, and I have been vindicated.
You're right. You did
I also put a line through the Bulldogs. So
you're on fire.
yeah.
NRL guru. You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe drop the AFL.
Yeah.
And just go strictly NRL. Sharks move on to versus Storm.
Yeah.
In a rivalry that's been going on since 2015. So 10 years. Literally the 10th year of this rivalry. It's had, we've dominated a couple games. They dominate a few games. Kyle Flanagan won us a game once with all our Origin stars. I'll never forget that. I think that was 2017. It's just been a rivalry that's simmered and just constantly...
There's been some great games. Even going back, I remember even like in 2008, I think there was a golden point. I remember some good games even going further back. So they always seem to...
Yeah.
I mean, you even go as far back as when we took Kamali from them.
Yeah, what a great signing that was. Yeah, old can't tackle Kamali.
Yeah. I mean, he's got his picture up there on PointsBet Stadium. He served the club well. Didn't mean we lost Preston Campbell, but like it is
great move.
Yeah, the Chris Anderson era. But
bring back Nathan Stapleton.
It's been a weird sort of thing where the Sharks sometimes be in bad form and pick themselves up to win against the Storm.
I just am excited. I wouldn't want any other team to play to get into the grand final. It sucks that the draw couldn't have just aligned to us meeting if we won in the grand final, but it's still got that grand final like feel. Both teams are talking shit. Both teams are super respectful. In the same token, they're both going, Sharks middles are good, Storm's rucks are amazing, we need to slow down there. Like it just has a big game feel to it, and I'm very excited. But we'll get into that in a second, because we have the Panthers 46 defeating the Bulldogs 26. We're at the basketball, so we didn't get to watch this live.
Well, I mean, you were at the basketball. I was a bit late. So while I was walking up to
kudos.
Yes, kudos. I was watching the game on KO, as well as hearing the game on
as you're walking.
So with that delay, I can hear the cheer.
Yeah.
Before and then on KO, the break gets made, and it's a pretty cool way to watch a game. Actually, you hear the crowd cheer, and then a break's gonna happen.
Yeah.
One time I heard the cheer, and then it was an intercept actually from the Bulldogs, and then I thought it was gonna be a try.
That's awesome.
But basically, I mean, the game was over by the time I'd walked into Kudos, which was about
32.
Yeah, it was when I got there, it would have been already about 24-8 or something.
I mean, it was 6-all. Galvin scored. They were
8-6, yeah,
or 8-6 or whatever it was, and then the Panthers just
8-2, 14-2, and then 14-8 to when Galvin scored.
Like,
but they were in it at that point.
What do you think of it? Because and I'm not going to be a hater, because I quite enjoyed this Bulldogs team. They really only had 2 injuries.
But that was their side was cut to ribbons without Crichton.
Just it's amazing what one player can influence a side. We've dealt with this for Hines for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
When he's out, we look like a bunch of reserve graders who don't know how to go forward.
Yeah.
It obviously just shows how much influence
that one
Critter truly has on any. Like, look at him at the Panthers. They struggled for what, 8 or so games before they found McLean.
Still, though, I mean, I think there seems a bit of a gulf in class between the two teams, and maybe it would have been like 38-26.
It's scary. Like, Panthers are inclining, Sharks are inclining, Melbourne. Everyone's actually like, this is probably the best form you could be in for all 4 teams. Like, all 4 teams are in truly, really good nick.
Yeah.
Barely any injuries. I think, if anything, the Panthers probably have the most injuries, and they've only got like 3.
Yeah.
So that's like, it's showing the quality.
It showed, I think, the teams that are still there are the ones that have really like finished the season in good form.
Health as well, in good form.
Yeah, like teams like the Bulldogs probably started very well, and the whole Galvin thing, and has really come to the finals and the come down.
100%. And I think they defend so physically. So I think over a long 27 rounds of regular season football, that takes it out of you.
Yeah.
The way they crunch you and physically dominate you.
Yeah, they've come to the season really like fully switched on everything, which is good, but I think they do seem to run out of a bit of gas.
Do you reckon they look back on the games against, like, with the utmost respect, the Eels when they pumped him and go, you know what? Maybe we should have just took the foot off the gas for 30.
Not the Eels. I think the one they look back on is Seraldo maybe thinks again that he is really a newish coach. Maybe he looks back and thinks that Sharks game at ANZ, you rest the whole team like Panthers did.
Yeah. Yeah,
why
and
not?
Actually give the veterans the rest they need.
The logic he said, which I did think was reasonably fair, was that he wanted to keep the guys in rhythm,
momentum,
which is okay.
Yeah.
But looking back, maybe have a bit of a fresher team.
100%.
Wouldn't have been a different result, but it might have been a bit.
Night and day. I think every good coach. I'm not saying he's a bad coach because I think he's fantastic. I think if he probably had his time again,
there's no need to.
He would definitely rest him against the Sharkies.
There's no need to play that team. I mean, especially with the NRL making the precedent that you don't get punished for.
Yeah, exactly. Until they put a punishment,
which they used to, but then they stopped for some reason. But yeah.
Do you think the players are asked a lot more these days, even off field?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. They're getting paid a gazillion dollars or whatever. And I don't think that should be the measure. But it sadly is in today's sporting media influence. And, are they going to visit kids in the hospital? Are they going to the social events at the tavern? And
as in there's too much, like
I feel like they're doing a lot these days. And those rests don't really come as often.
You mean like club events and those kind of things?
And mate, what they have is a privilege, right? They've worked hard to get there, and it's a privilege at the end of the day. But I also think they do a lot these days. Charity work.
The thing is, they're elite sportsmen. They've worked very hard to get there.
Yeah, exactly. They deserve all the flowers.
A lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, I mean, you're so lucky to," but no, they worked, they earned it.
They worked hard, and now the luck is coming.
Yeah,
this is the lucky part of their job.
They deserve the money they're on because the clubs get plenty of money themselves.
Correct.
They should probably really be earning more than they do.
Yeah.
It's not like even if 600, 700, 800,000, yes, that's a lot of money, but like in terms of percentage wise, it probably isn't.
Yeah,
so,
it's probably nothing. Especially the Bulldogs, they're sponsored by Laundry.
Yeah.
Laundry Hotels or Laundry Group. They're
so
huge.
These clubs are, the NRL's making millions. So
I mean, they're going to buy Tino a fucking pub if he signed last 2 years ago or whatever.
But I mean, it really didn't make much sense for me, to a team to be playing a full squad, and then Kiraz got injured, and then all these things.
Kikau, HIA, Zeri, HIA.
It was such a stupid thing to think.
And then what's his name? The winger, the really experienced Montoya.
Yeah, and they lost anyway to the Sharks. So I mean,
weird.
Yeah.
If he had his time back, I definitely think he'd probably reassess and maybe rest certain players.
Yeah.
Let's get into the prelims, if that's what they're called these days. I can't keep up. The game before the grand final. That's what I like to call it.
Yeah.
Storm versus our Sharkies. Keen.
Yeah.
Down in Amy Park. Our record's atrocious. Storm have only lost. I saw a stat. You'll like this. Storm are 9-1 or 7-1 when Pappy, Hughes, Munster, and who's their fourth? Harry Grant all play. The one loss.
Yeah.
Cronulla. This year, 31-26. It doesn't bring me much joy, but there's a glimmer of you know what, we can do it.
I think it'll be a very close game. I think, my head, it's one of those head says Storm, heart says Sharks, but I said the same thing last week. So, I think it's definitely upset potential. I think Sharks are a bit underrated in terms of the the odds and everything. It's more of a 50-50 game than you'd think.
It's a prelim final.
Yeah.
I think,
anything can happen.
Unless there's some diabolical injury to a key playmaker,
But I mean, logically, it does. You would think Storm's class.
Just the experience, I think, is the big thing.
But I think if a few bounces go Sharks' way, they maybe get a early 10-point lead or something. You never know.
If there's one team just to not rattle isn't the word, but just get in amongst it with Melbourne, it's the Sharks. It really is. That rivalry has stemmed for a long time. Like Kennedy's been a part of the rivalry for many years. Katoa, Ramian, Mulatalo. These guys have played Storm 10 plus times.
It's a very settled, full-strength team. So
and vice versa. Like Pappy. Okay, so Storm ins Pappy from last we saw, and Jack Hogworth comes into the centres. They're pretty much unnamed elsewhere. Jerome Hughes comes back in early. We'll come back to him. Stefano is normal. Rest of the front row is normal. Their bench is Tyron Wishart, Sean Bloor, who goes onto the bench, Tui Kamakamitha and Alec McDonald. Sharks are unchanged, I believe, just health. Billy Burns holds his spot in the starting lineup. Nakora off the bench, Talakai off the bench, Kofusi off the bench, and Hamlin Uele off the bench. So both teams should, again, probably one injury each away from full strength.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Jerome Hughes coming back 2 weeks?
It's a big risk
after dislocating his wrist.
It's a big risk, but
big game
I guess it depends on the injury as well. Like if you're injured your leg, obviously your speed and everything is down. If your wrist, you can sort of try and get around it. He might be playing a bit of a Cooper Cronk role where you're not trying to run the ball as much, but he's going to be a target in defence.
I mean, you got Ero or Ramian.
Yeah.
They're not exactly easy to stop. They're very
so the risk
erotic
is
and
obviously redisplating. But I guess if you strap it up and really try and I don't think it might be they've looked at it and they're like it's not gonna
I'm glad he's playing from a Sharks point of view.
Yeah.
Because you'd want to test out the wrist and just his body in general. I can't imagine he's had much contact sessions.
And Pezzard was playing like an elite.
Exactly, and they've got Pezzard there. Truly, like say he ranges at warm ups, or they've got the luxury.
Yeah,
I'm tipping our Sharkies.
Yeah,
I've said it for like 7 weeks now. It's that time of the year, and I'm going to stick with that statement. Sharks to beat the Storm in an absolute
classic.
Grey hair, stressful, sitting on that couch in there, eating a lot of food with a lot of friends. So it's a win-win. Yeah, I'd like to win the game, but. Watching the footy with mates makes it that much better. We'll go to the Broncos versus the Panthers. Are you going the Sharkies?
Oh yeah, Sharkies 17-16 is my tip again with my heart.
Fuck, that scares me.
But I'll be honest, if I wasn't a Sharks fan, I probably would be tipping the
2 weeks in a row you've said this. I like it.
I'm honest about it. But
I like it. It's honest.
I'll have to go Sharks, and I will go Sharks.
Yep. So we've got the Broncos playing the Panthers, and I believe, let's quickly skim through the Broncos team list. They look fairly unchanged. Adam Reynolds is back at the 7. He partners Ben Hunt and he moves to the 6. Obviously, Billy Walters got injured, so he falls out. Corey Pakes gets the start at 9, and they are unchanged. Tyson Smoothie actually starts at lock. They are unchanged on their starting. Otherwise, Ezra Mann, boo. Kobe Hetherington. Xavier Willison comes back in, and Ben Talty. So a massive bench with Ezra Mann, boo. And I won't cover him because fuck him. But the Broncos aren't changed. Looking through the Panthers,
strong team.
They look fairly full strength. They are full strength. Mitch Kenny's back. He made them look a world of difference. And their bench is Brad Schneider at the 14, Liam Henry at the 15, Isaiah Papali'i at the 16, and Luke Garner, the absolute switchblade, at the 17. Fuck. Now this could be an absolute points fest, and I cannot pick who's going to win. I truly don't know. Depends what boots Walsh is wearing. Depends how much toilet water he ingests. There's so many variables. My gut says Panthers, but there's just something about the Broncos.
I feel the Broncos. If you asked me 30 seconds ago, I was going to tip the Panthers, but I'm looking at that squad.
Xavier Willison makes a big difference.
I just have a feeling Broncos do it. I think Broncos at home. I think Broncos Broncos
we're at Suncorp. I did forget about that.
We end this right here. I think end this Panthers run. I think it ends this week.
Bit of payback, hopefully, for that grand final they choked. Let's call it how it was.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot to play for. Obviously, it's a prelim final. Everyone has a lot to play for. But you bring that extra edge of, like, having missed out, having, like, that
100%.
absolute, like, extra level of passion.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I mean, which, again, it's a bit of a cliche, stupid statement because the Panthers always play with that as well. Yep. But I think Broncos, with their game breakers, could do something special.
The only thing I worry about for the Broncos is Carrigan. Now, he is a big loss. And so is Walters. Walters has arguably been...
He's doing good.
One of the better sixes the last month. Yeah. And you kind of... If you deny that, you're just a Billy Walters hater, which... God, you've got too much time on your hands. I'm going to go Panthers for the pure fact that you're going the Broncos. Does that make sense? Yeah. I truly don't know who to take.
One of us, it's a coin flip, I think.
I don't know.
And the odds are... somewhat as such. It probably should be $1.90 each.
It really should. Or like $2, even $2 each. Like me.
Well, they don't do $2 each.
I know they wouldn't, but like that's how it feels. Just like,
isn't
Imanu.
Sportsbet needs its 10%, but like
they get more than 10 or 2. That's free. Bastards. Have you got a bet of the week for the NRL or whatever your bet of the week is? I've gone. Would you like me to?
I'm just gonna go a Sharks line.
Ooh, just Sharks line.
Yeah, that's it.
I am going, now hear me out, Sharks, Melbourne.
Yeah, and it's 8.5.
Big rivalry.
Yeah.
Warbrick.
Yeah.
Well, look, he's a big man.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's come out this week and said, the Storm had their muscle men in Warbrick and Coates. When they see Ron Dog come in, scrawny and skinny and shit, I've got Tika.
Yeah.
So in saying that, I'm not picking Ronaldo. I'm going to his mate, Katoa.
Okay, to get on the other end.
I think Katoa scores 2.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, that's my bet of the week.
Actually, on that, scratch my line, which I will probably go on anyway, but the unders.
Fucking you.
41.5, that's free money. That's if you
31-26 last game. Just to paint the picture of the last game.
It's a prelim final. Anything over 40 in a prelim final is a good bet.
Just to paint the picture.
As in to bet it under.
Melbourne, round whatever the fuck it was, 30, defeat the Sharks 6.
Yeah, and
before that,
in the regular season,
Sharks
finals
31,
in a prelim final.
26.
You're telling me in a prelim final these guys will like play attacking? Nah,
I don't like. I think the Sharks will. Like why would you stop?
At halftime it'll be like 8-6 or 8-2.
We might need the old
6-2.
We might need to pull out the old Ben Barber, Paul Gallen scrum trick again.
Yes. Because what was the grand final score? It was something like
14-12.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Andrew Fafita, one of the most fucking craziest grand final tries.
When these guys play finals between them, it's tight, close.
Actually,
everything.
You know what? Fuck, I'm tweaking my bet.
Yeah.
William Kennedy scores. He does some.
No one scores. I think
they're all 1-0.
Yeah, there'll be 1 or 2 tries in this game.
What was that
2
game?
Or 3 tries.
Dragons. Fucking Parramatta 2-0 or some shit.
So you know what? Like if you're out there, man. I mean, if you want to get some money, buy a phone or something like that. Unders is happening, man. Like if it doesn't happen, you can come to me. You can hit up my DMs and cry about it. Yeah. But it will be. This game is going under.
Okay, my bet of the week to finish off. Katoa to score. Coates to score. William Kennedy to score. That's my bet of the week. And I'm scared to bet on the other game, so they can get fucked. Let's quickly touch on the AFL before you have to go, because you've got things to do. Geelong Cats, 115, defeat Hawthorn, 85. Hawthorn were there. They were there.
They were there.
They were there.
They were ahead.
I watched this.
Yeah, we were having a chat. Like we had a chat. We had the pod right before this game, and
they were sniffing.
I said their chance was to really like come and like smack them in the mouth early.
Yeah, and
they did.
They did. They did indeed.
Yeah,
and it's like they were just holding on. They needed to try and extend that lead.
Yeah, and they got out to a 30 point lead.
Yeah,
and then,
huge lead.
But then the class of the Cats just came like shining through.
Yeah.
For once, these two don't play a close like final or match. Usually it's like decided by a goal. These guys have had a rivalry since. You're talking about the Storm and Sharks close rivalry. This has been going on since like 2010.
Yeah.
But yeah, Geelong Geelong get up again over Hawthorn. They've got a pretty good record against them. Basically, Hawthorn's former president Jeff Kennett. It's called the Kennett curse. I think he said, what did he say? The exact quote. He said something like, we'll always beat Geelong or some crap. And then
since then, that's
it's
awesome.
not really good. You don't say those things. But yeah, Geelong in the end cruised through, but it was tight for 3-ish or two and a bit quarters. Yep. So yeah, they look like the clear favorite.
Team.
Yeah.
And Brizzy Lions, I picked them. Picked them, Viju.
Yeah. Well, that's what
100 defeat Collingwood 71.
So I went 3 out of 4. This was my one. I was wrong. Collingwood. Yeah. And then they.
What is soaking from the Collingwood fans? Is that normal?
They started behind, and then they really lit up.
I didn't watch this one.
Yeah. Again, it was a bit patchy how much I was watching because I was at the thing. Yeah. Well, yeah. Not too much, but I mean, pretty decent though. But so then Collingwood stormed back. It was following the same script as the Geelong game. They were down by 20, 25, and then they came back and took the lead, and it was supposed to be cruising from there, but then the Lions kicked away. And then the Collingwood came back again. Crucial moment, 6 points down, or 12 points down.
Yep.
Ball goes in. Jamie Elliott's the forward is about to take a mark. Brisbane player spoils it. I can't remember the defender's name. Spoils it out of his hands, basically. Yep. Gets a touch on the ball, but then also chops his hands. 99 times out of 100, that's a free kick.
Yep.
For some reason, it gets a call, and then Brisbane go up the other end, score, and that's it.
Good.
Game.
Collingwood.
Goodbye. And yeah, I can't cry too much for Collingwood. They've had their share of good decisions in the past.
Eddie Maguire did.
Yeah. Goodbye. See you next year. Brisbane Geelong is going to be a good fight.
Who you got winning that one?
And I've got Geelong. I don't think Brisbane will. They're making a big risk bringing back Lachie Neale, the former Brownlow medalist, who's coming off a calf injury, I think.
I thought you said it was an ACL, so
I was wrong.
ACL.
Yeah, so a calf. Which last time we saw a guy come back for calf injury in a finals thing in another sport, obviously, but Tyrese Halliburton. And I hope something doesn't
Achilles rupture.
It's a very risky thing to come back from,
especially with how often you kick the ball and jump in and fuck.
It's a risk. It's very risky. You could get showed up, and I guess in AFL you can with 22 players on the field, you could probably manage it. I mean, you can't really carry a guy well, but I mean, better speaking than a NRL game, I guess.
Yeah, well,
you do have the sub there. You can use the sub.
Yeah.
As in the activate your sub.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm with the Lions, the underdogs. That's who the Sharks are.
I reckon Geelong by about 20 or 26.
Ooh,
yeah, I think
margins.
I think he'll be one of those close for 2 or 3 quarters, and Geelong will kick away again.
You've got to go in 5 minutes. So last topic I want to touch on, since you might know a bit about it, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and I have no idea. So fill me in. The Brownlow.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
I've heard, all I've seen is Nick Darkos should have won by.
And I'm sucking as well.
Tedesco numbers.
I bet on Dacos. I thought it was free money.
Should have won like Tedesco. 20 points.
It was supposed to be an easy free money. I mean, Dacos is $2.
What's the Suns guy's name?
Matt Rowell.
So I just want to defend Matt Rowell for 1 second and 1 second only. You don't get angry at him.
Yeah,
he did not vote for himself.
Poor guy.
Relax.
He's very Steve Smithy kind of character. I don't know if you watched the interviews. He said
innocent
on the Reddit, people were take a drink every time you say if he says and then you're gonna probably end up on the air.
Paralytic.
I think someone was actually doing count. It was 110 or something.
I feel bad for him because you can see he's not fully
shy. He's a shy kind of guy.
What's the word? He's not fully immersing himself in it. He's not enjoying it. He's just for fuck's sake.
Because I mean.
Is it his fault though?
It's not his fault. What I'm saying. It's not his fault. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. There's got to be a bit of talk about what happened. So basically, what happened was Brownlow decided by the umpires. Umpires picked their 3-2-1.
Yep. Per game.
Yeah, per game. They don't see the stats. There's a bit of who's I'm not sure I'm not sure which way around it is.
So it's eye test.
Yes. I'm not sure whether there's been talk of whether the umpires went to the AFL wanting to use the stats recently. After, like, historically, they haven't for over like 100 years. Whether recently there's been a bit of criticism, like last year there was criticism as well of similar kind of guys winning when they probably shouldn't have.
Full eye test.
And then I'm not sure whether the umpires said we don't need stats or the AFL said you don't need stats. But for some reason they still don't have stats. So it is full eye test. And you've got situations where, like Matt Rowell, in some of these 3-point games, vote games, he didn't get a single coach's vote.
I'm shocked by that, bro.
He was the 35th in a couple of the games, 35th ranked player in the match out of the 44.
Yeah, okay.
16 disposals, and 8 of which were clangers into like bad disposals.
Yeah.
And you're winning 3 votes for that. Meanwhile,
not his fault.
Meanwhile, you got other guys on the field kicking 5 goals and not getting a single point in that same game. Which I don't
want to know how much money you put on it because you're very passionate.
Yeah,
but from a standpoint,
no, as in like it's not for me. It's not about the money for this.
It's just bad. It was bad.
I think it's just bad for the AFL in general. Also, an umpire has literally been done for giving out info about the brownlow to his mates. This was a couple of years ago, Michael Pell. So there's already a bit of like tension about this brownlow and the umpires and betting, and then these kind of things are happening. Basically the thing which tips it over for me, I think, in this whole saga, Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera.
Yep.
I don't know if you know him. He's a Saints gun against Melbourne. He won.
Yes, I did hear fuck yeah. Go.
He won the whole game on his own boot. They came back from 50 points. He scored 4 goals, 3 of which in the last quarter.
Yeah.
Incredible goal with 1 second to go.
Yeah.
And he gets 2 points, and everyone starts laughing, like in the ceremony. Even the Melbourne players and everything.
That's a bit embarrassing. Huh?
It's this guy's played. That was the best game, individual game anyone has played across the whole season, possibly over the last few seasons. And you're telling me that's not even the best player on the ground.
Best appearance.
That was the best game someone has played in years.
Gets 2 votes.
And they get 2 votes. Jack Viney got 3 votes. He played well in the first 3 quarters. He's the guy, ironically, Nasiah took the mark over instead of to win the game. So he effectively lost the game by not marking Nasiah.
That's crazy.
But apparently 3 votes.
I've been seeing a lot of people fucking really blowing up.
Yeah, like so that pretty much shows that the umpire... I mean, to be fair, these guys are umpiring the game. You don't have... how are you supposed to be also trying to see who's winning points? But I think that really... I think someone needs to investigate that game.
100%.
Because Nasiah was $1.01 apparently.
Yeah.
I wasn't betting on that game especially, but you can bet game by game. So anyone who had bets on Jack Viney needs to probably be investigated or see if they have connection to umpires, because that really doesn't make any eye test sense. Yeah. There's no real way.
Well, let's quickly 1 second. Last question. Question of the week. Who's winning the NRL? What's it called?
Dalian.
I think there's 2 names and one stands out clearly from the other. Me. And I hate his... Well, I don't hate him. I dislike him because he's not a Sharks player. James Tedesco. He's winning it.
True.
He's winning it by 30 points.
And the thing with Tedesco is he doesn't... I mean...
Not many people took points.
Yeah, to taking points off him.
Except for Mark.
And that was the thing with Rowell, actually, because he plays with a gun, Noah Anderson.
Yeah.
Who... surprisingly wasn't polling at all in the first half of the season, even when he got 42 disposals.
Corrupt vibes. Yeah, that is. You're right. Yeah. I think there is a bit of fucking.
Yeah, because you get 42. You get 42 disposals and 2 goals. You should probably be getting the man of the match. Anyway,
a point.
Yeah.
Fuck me. I don't know AFL that well, but 42 is a fucking lot.
But so Tedesco probably. I think NRL they don't even allow betting on the Dalian.
Well, no, because like the AFL, they had a whistleblower within. That knew the results. Yeah. Loaded up on Craig Bellamy, Coach of the Year 1 year. And,
and they've stopped it.
Some random who'd never had a sports bet account
suddenly
made
makes
an
one.
account, and first ever bet was Craig Bellamy, $8,000 to win it. And Craig was paying It was something crazy like 550.
Not even subtle about it. That's where surely you have to build it into little
lose
bets.
like 4 grand.
And put some other bets and that kind of stuff.
You just hit the Vietnamese fucking ping pong.
Not subtle at all.
The European Handball League.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for me for episode 99. Will be back. He's had some personal issues. We won't touch on them. They're near and dear to him, so we'll leave that at that.
Yeah, I wish him all the best.
He's back. He's back.
For you guys to listening to you guys 100th. I mean, like make it to the century.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't not looked forward to a podcast episode. Having friends like VJ, Ravi, Marco. I may have forgotten someone. Fill in has been fun as fuck, and we're heading to the 100.
Yeah,
so I just want to say thanks.
Yeah, and I mean, also with the sponsors on board as well.
Yeah, let's touch on our sponsors. The Inclusion Crew.
Yeah.
Anyone you know, anyone that you think may want help, disability wise. If you've got a disability, if you have a friend, you live with a disability, they can help you. NDIS funded, they can help you. You need to get from here to there, A to B to C to D, they'll get you there. You want to go to a sporting event, they'll get you there. Anything you want, they will try. You want to swim at the beach without restrictions, they'll figure it out. Hit up the inclusioncrew.com.au. They've been a loyal sponsor for about 40 episodes, I can't remember. We love them to death, 10 years plus in the industry. And thanks for sponsoring the show. I've been slack on the drink of the week because I've lost 8 kegs.
Good
I
stuff.
did want a soft drink tonight, and I did try and coerce you, but you were driving, so it was good you didn't check your phone. Anyways,
I gotta admit, I saw it. I was too I didn't have the time to
go.
Good. You didn't have any surveys on the way to you. I was really from the place. As in coming from city side.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's it for us. Go the Sharks. If there isn't a 100th episode, VJ and I may not be here anymore. No, anyways, up the Sharks. Fuck Melbourne. We're gonna win.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Let's
VJ.
go. Off Cronulla.
Love you.